Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to begin to create the miniature train. So I have set up a project folder and I've called it miniature train so that when we make the parts, all the parts are going to be saved in that one folder. So what I want to do first, I'm going to create part number 1, which is the train body. And I'm looking at this and there's so many ways you can go about doing this part, but and if you watch YouTube, you probably see a lot of different people doing it different ways, but I'm going to do it my way because, that's just what I do. So I'm going to start at the front, kind of shape and extrude that back. And well, let me stop talking and I'll show you what I'll do. So I'm going to go up to New. I'm going to go to English Templates, Standard, Create. I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this XY plane. Like I said, I'm going to create the shape in the front. So I'm going to start with a rectangle and just kind of draw just a basic rectangle here, like so. And the dimension, so the dimension on this side here, that's 2. And then the height of that is 0.88. And then what I want to do is I want to try to center this. So I'm going to dimension from this dot to the edge. So instead of giving it a number here, I'm going to click this dimension. And then I'm going to go divide by 2. So that puts that right in the center. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dimension from the center to the bottom. I'm going to make that 0. So it's just going to set that right on that line. Boom, like so. And then I'm going to kind of create the circle part that's setting on top. So to find where that is, I'm going to draw a line from the center dot up. Let's see, what is that? That is 1.38. So 1.38. That tells me where the center of that circle is. So then I'm going to create a circle center point from the end here. I'm just going to drag it out a little bit. And then I'm going to dimension it. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to right click here because I'm looking for the radius, not the diameter. And it tells me the radius is 0.75. So that's 0.75. And then I'm going to trim out. Let's see. First, let me get rid of this line because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to trim out this and that. So yeah, that's all I need. So then I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this shape. Let me go back this way. And that's going to be, I'm going to let Inventor do the math for me. So it's going to be 5.5 minus 1.75. And then hit OK there. So there's that front part. All right, so to create the back part, I'm going to click on this back top right corner of my view cube. That way I can look on this back side here. And then I'm going to start my 2D sketch on this back face. Boom. Okay, then what I want to do is I'm going to project geometry. I'm going to project this line and this line and this line. And then I'm going to draw a line from this middle center dot up so I can find where the center of that kind of arc is. I'm going to go up 0.375. And then I'm going to draw a circle. I'm just going to draw the whole circle. So the center is going to be on the end of this line here. I'm just going to draw it out, just randomly draw a big honking big circle. And then I'm going to dimension this circle. So again, it gives me the radius. So I'm going to right click, dimension type radius. That's going to be 2.35. 2.35. And then let's see if I can extend these lines that I projected. It's not going to let me. Why is it not letting me? All right. So anyway, let's do this. I'm just going to draw a line down here and draw it up. Draw a line down here. Draw it up. Straight up. Then I'm going to trim out the tippy tops. Trim out that. I don't need this line. Get rid of that. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude this backward by what? That's 1.75. So this is 1.75. All right, so there's the back part. We're getting there. It's looking good. All right, so the side over here has a little curve that's carved out. A curve that's carved out, yeah. So I'm going to start my sketch start a 2D sketch on the side over here. Now I want to figure out where the center of that kind of circle or half circle is located. So I'm going to draw a line from this corner straight up 1.75. And then over to the left, that is going to be, what is that? Oh, 0.25 right there. Wait, I don't want to go up. I don't want to go up. I want you to go over to the left. To the left. You know, like Beyonce said, 0.25. There. There we go. So there's the center of our circle, or where it should go. So then that has a radius of 0.5. So I'm going to draw a circle, center point here. Just draw a random circle. I'm going to dimension it. Right click, radius. That is what I say that was. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. 0.5. I'm going to draw a line from the tippy top of the circle straight across. I'm going to draw another line from the bottom of it straight across. And then I'm going to trim out stuff I don't need. So I don't need that. Wait. Need to trim out, not dimension it. Get rid of that and that. I don't need this. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. So that's the shape that I want to extrude all the way through. So I'm going to finish this sketch. I'm going to extrude this. For Boolean, I'm going to click on the cut. And I want it to go all the way through. Hit OK. Boom. There we go. All right, so next I'm going to cut out the hole on top where the smokestack goes. So it's like, how do you put a hole on a round kind of curved surface? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to where you see the plane, and I'm going to click on tangent to surface and parallel to plane. So basically I'm going to create a work plane, and it's going to be tangent to this. It's going to be parallel to this surface, tangent to this. So click this kind of arc circly thing at the top, boom. So there's our work plane. Then I can start my sketch on this plane. Let me flip this around this way. And then I'm just going to draw a circle. Let me draw a circle. I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw it way off over here. I know you're like, dude, that totally doesn't go there. I know, but I'm going to put it out the way and then I'll move it over. So this diameter of this circle, it tells me is 0.5. And then the dimension from this front edge to that center is 0.88. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line these up. So I'm going to click this center dot, click this center dot, and I'm going to dimension this. This is going to be 0. So it should move it over, boom, right in place. And so then I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude, cut that down. It goes down a distance of 0.25. Like so. And yeah. There we go. So then I don't need this work plane anymore. I'm just going to right click my work plane here, turn off the visibility. So we're moving right along. All right, so next I'm going to put in the little holes where the cow catcher attaches to the front. So I'm going to start my 2D sketch on this front. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, like so. I'm going to draw a line from the center dot straight up to find out where the center of that top hole is going to be. So that's going to be 0.88. 0.88. There we go. I'm going to make a circle at the tippy top of that line. And that has a, let's see, what is that? That has a diameter of 0.125. 0.125. So there's that one. There has 2 circles on, like somewhere over here, somewhere over here. I just drew them random size and random location. So I'm going to go to my equal constraint. I'm going to click this one here that I have dimensioned already, this circle. I'm going to click this circle here. I'm going to click this circle again, click this circle. So now all 3 are the same diameter. And then to locate where these go, so this is the center of this circle to this edge, it tells me is 0.375. 0.375. And then from this edge to this center here is 1.625. 625. All right, so then I need to locate them off the bottom, which is going to be 0.125. So the center off the bottom of this is 0.125. See if I can use my horizontal constraint to line the other one up. So I'm going to click the horizontal constraint. I'm going to click the center of this circle. I'm going to click the center of this circle. And bam, moves it down right in line there. So there's those. I don't need this line here anymore. It served its purpose well. Let me look and see. Yeah. Okay, so then I'm going to, this looks way too high. You know what I'm saying? That one looks too high. Let me see. I need to dimension the center of this. Let me do that. The center of this to here is, yeah, it is too high. So that's that's 0.625. 0.625. There we go. Okay, that looks better. I like Inventor because if you mess up, you can just change the dimension and bam, it moves it for you without having to redraw it all over again. So anyway, I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to extrude these 3 blind mice or circles. I'm going to extrude cut them, and those go depth of 0.125. 0.125. Yeah, hit OK there. Boom, there we go. All right, so we got those. There's our cow catcher connection holes. All right, so then we got two side holes over here. Two side holes that go that go all the way through. Yeah, you got to be a professional. So I'm going to this. Instead of drilling a circle and extruding that circle, I'm gonna use the hole feature here. So I'm gonna click on the hole, and then the diameter of those circles is 1/4 of an inch. So it's already set for 1/4 here. I'm just gonna click a spot anywhere on the side here to place my hole. And then I want to dimension that. So that's going to go all the way through, by the way. So it's located off this bottom edge by 0.5. And then it's located off this back edge, it says, by 4.5. And then I'm going to hit OK. There's another hole somewhere back in here. And it's already 1/4 of an inch diameter. It's located off the bottom 0.5 as well. And then off this back edge, that is 1. It's actually 1.000. They're really precise on that. So there's that. So there's those two holes. Then there's one more in the back. Yeah, so if I flip my view cube around on this back side, I'm gonna use that hole again because that was kind of fun and it was a lot easier. So I'm gonna click on the hole. This one has a diameter of 0.25 as well. Just gonna click somewhere in the center. And then I'm going to dimension it off the bottom. That's 0.375. And then off the right side over here, it tells me that has a distance of 1, like so. Click OK. Wait, yeah, that doesn't go all the way through. I almost messed up. So this one has a distance of 0.5. So it doesn't go all the way through. It has a distance of 0.5. Did I do that on the other ones? Let me see. Oh yeah, those do go all the way through. Okay, yeah. I was like, oh man, I messed up. Okay, so there's those. There's our holes. We have them all. And then it says what we need to do. It says round all edges to a radius of 0.1, except for drilled holes. So to do that, first of all, let me save this right quick. I'm going to save this as, I already started a train body. I'm going to call this train body 2 because I already have one that I kind of was practicing with. So I'm going to hit save here. And then I'm going to go up to fillet. And then it says these have a radius of 0.1. And then I'm just going to start clicking the edges here. So here. I notice these holes at the bottom are so low that when you click that edge to round it, it kind of covers the hole, which I'm not sure that's really what you want, but that's what the instructions say. So we're going to go with that. All right. Just going to click all these edges. Not the drilled holes though. Let's see, we got that. There's one in the back. There's a side one. Wait, that one. Wait, I don't know what I did there. Let me hit apply here. Yeah. All right, so let me keep going. I'm gonna go around over here. Get the ones I missed. There's one down here. Did I get that one? No, there's one there. Yeah, we're in no rush. Got nothing but time. There's one on the bottom. There's this one, I think. Did I get that? Let me look. Nope. All right, there's that. Let me hit apply. And I think that's it. Let me look around and make sure. There's probably one staring me in the face that I don't see. I think that's it. What do y'all think? Yeah, that's it. Let's move on. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna call that done. So there is our train body part. So I'm just gonna leave it no texture right now. Let me save this again. So that's part number one. That's kind of one of the more difficult ones. The wheel's another difficult one. And what else do we got? The cow catcher's not really difficult, but it's has a little bit of a challenge to it. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next lesson, next part. So see you there. All right, peace out.